Okay, here's my CompuPro S100 system, and recently I got the NPM 86 operating system to boot on it, and I discovered a serial program that I've gotten to partially work. What it does is it puts manufacturer codes and serial numbers on the floppy disk, sort of proof of ownership and a little bit of copy protection as well. First I'll insert, this has to be done from CPM 86, so I'll boot up first with CPM 86. Then I'll put in my NPM 86 test disk. And Control C logs in the drive. And I'll show the files that are on here. The NPM sys system file, the NPM modules are all file type NPM. Gensys command gets the serial number put in it, and NPM 86 serial is the SRL is the serial program, which I'll run now. Now it's asking me if this is a system disk, and actually the boot tracks on my system are totally different than the standard boot tracks that were used, so I say no to this, so it leaves the system tracks alone. And then typically the first stage that happens is it does a disk copy from drive 1 to drive 2, then does the modifications on drive 2, but I only have one 8-inch floppy drive, so I modified the program a little bit so it doesn't do the disk copy and leaves the system tracks alone, the first 2 tracks, and it just modifies the file, or all the files that are on the disk, the system files. So I'll just select option 1. And now the origin number, Digital Research handed out manufacturer codes to each company. I know that CompuPro was 272, but for purposes of this demonstration, I'll just put in a fictional 567. As for the starting serial number, and we'll just start with something like 2001. Now it's prompting for the control disk, which would be the disk you're copying from, but since I don't do that copy function, this will just bypass. Now it's going to serialize the disk with 567-02001, and it prompts me for the new disk. Now it's reading all those files and serializing them, and it's complete. Now if I were to now serializing, every time you press return you'd put a new disk in and it would increment the serial number. So now to verify that this actually happened, I'll boot my hard drive operating system, which right now is concurrent DOS, and we'll read a module off of that disk. Reading the module RTM MPM, which I think is a real-time monitoring or something to do with timing. And it has loaded in. Now if we examine the code, oops. Another thing I had to do, took me a moment to figure out, is the program was written with in 1981, so it was looking for the copyright message of with 1981, and I had to change it to 1982. As you can see on the right, the copyright, it looks for the phrase copyright, and then, or that whole string copyright C 1982 to verify that this is the original disc. Then it looks for digital research, and then following that is the serial number, which begins right here, and the manufacturer code I put in 567 is in hex is 237, and here's the 37 here, and here's the 2. They that's how they form the serial number. So the serial number starts at this digit, and it's a 6-digit string, and the last 2 digits here, 7D2, that's the hex for the serial number 2001 that I put in. So we can see the serial number was recorded and the manufacturer code here. Now there's I think that the 1401 is, the 14 might be the BDOS version number of 1.4, but I'm not exactly sure with NPM what these 2 codes mean, but they're the version numbers, or version number of the BDOS used in this NPM.